Jesus said he came not just to give you life, but to give you life in abundance. Yet for so many of us, prayer doesn't feel abundant. It feels like friction, like we're saying some of the right words, but it's missing something. Today, I'm going to show you a simple biblical framework that removes that friction and helps you move beyond simply saying words, so you can experience the kind of relationship with God that prayer was always meant to cultivate. The first step is adoration. Think about it. If you walked into the throne room of the King of the universe, you wouldn't start with your shopping list. You'd first acknowledge who he is. That's adoration. It's choosing to take your eyes off yourself and place them on the God who created and sustains everything. In a world that constantly trains us to think about ourselves, this may be one of the most neglected spiritual muscles we have, because adoration doesn't change who God is. It changes how you see him. And that's what makes confession so powerful. Here's what most people miss. Confession is God's way of making sure you don't have to carry it anymore. God already knows what we did, yet we spend so much time trying to manage what's behind us, when God is inviting us to leave it with him instead. Confession doesn't change God's willingness to receive you. It changes your willingness to come to him honestly. But think about how we actually live. Nobody wakes up and says, "Wow, my elbow feels incredible today. Look at that, bending perfectly. What a fantastic elbow." We only notice it when it hurts. That's how our minds work. One broken thing has a way of stealing our attention until the 99 things still going right become completely invisible. And that's where Thanksgiving comes in. It interrupts that pattern, because the danger isn't just the problem itself. It's how quickly that mindset spreads. Before you realize it, it has leaked into your marriage, your work, your relationships, until you become blind to the good ground you've been standing on the entire time. Because Thanksgiving doesn't change your circumstances. It changes your awareness of God's presence within them. And that's the unlock. When your perspective changes, the way you ask for things changes too. Next is supplication. This is where you finally bring your request to God, humbly. And it can be amazing how different those requests can sound after you've spent time in adoration, confession, and thanksgiving. Instead of asking God to fund your own agenda, you become just a little more open to his. The conversation hasn't just moved forward, you have. Prayer doesn't change God's mind. It changes your heart as you walk in friendship with the living God. Now you might be wondering where this framework comes from. You can see it reflected in the Lord's Prayer. When Jesus taught his disciples how to pray, he didn't just give them words to repeat, he gave them a pattern. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name, adoration. Forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors, confession. Your kingdom come, your will be done, thanksgiving. Give us this day our daily bread, supplication. So the next time you pray, just remember ACTS, a simple framework that can help you slow down, refocus, and approach God with intention. Because prayer isn't just about saying the right words. It's about becoming the kind of person who sees life through God's perspective. And that changes everything.